now, Aparna, I've sent you a request to unmute, who has been very patiently waiting from the beginning of the call to share her experience with all of us. Hi, Aparna. Thank you for waiting and welcome in.
Hi, everybody. In fact, I've written down everything because I don't want to miss even a single experience of mine. So please bear with me for that. So I wish to show immense gratitude to the universe and Smriti and all the people who have done multiple classes with me, with Smriti, of course. And I'm so grateful for that. You know, the one major thing that I got through with the money symbol was consistency. I was very, very regular with the money symbols, with the meditation, with whatever I've learned with Smriti, with no question about it. It's like just receive it the way it's come to you and just allow it. And we've been very, very consistent, both me and my husband, Karthik. And before I slept, I did it. When I got up in the morning, I did it. Thanks to my 4G background, we are very, very good in maintaining a discipline. So that, in fact, contributed to me to stay in my vision work. Okay. And the biggest take for me was forgiveness, which I was holding a lot of anger, resentment, viewing myself as a victim till the time I came with Smriti. And boom, that whole thing just vanished from my life. And now I see everyone as the divine a curriculum for growth. In fact, last week, I in fact had a talk with somebody whom I felt they humiliated me a few years ago, and I could talk in a big group about the whole experience and share how grateful I am to them for that wonderful experience. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. So we do reach a state, Smriti, now I understand, where there is really nothing to forgive. And there is just immense gratitude for every experience that has come up, you know. And I'm able to see that divine in every person I meet now. If the divine is flowing through me, it's also flowing through them. So we are able to express and see this divinity in every person. And I've almost used this embrace the divinity even for some of my clients who are critically ill and at this point of time are not able to hold that space of seeing themselves in a good space. I've been holding this for them. And I had a friend of mine who was sharing it with me coming from coma after almost 3 weeks. She walked out of the ICU and she said, I want to share this video with Aparna because she believed where no one believed it.
Wow.
And
Oh
thank you,
my.
Smriti, because you believed in us. And there were times when we've called up and, oh, Smriti, this is not working. And you would say, no, I believe in you. And that always, I remembered it. And that was what I kept connecting to her and said, I believe in you. And I know that the divine is flowing through you. And that video, when she shared with me, it was just truly amazing. So I'm seeing that my business has shifted. I'm bringing out so many healing products. And even without a single advertisement, every day I'm getting bulk orders and I'm making more and more and more. It's also showing that earlier I would struggle with a client for 5, 6 sessions and still they would not show up. But now it's like 1 session, 2 sessions, and it's like amazing growth even for my clients. So it's just not showing in my business, but it's also showing in my work as well. And that's the faith I have that the divine is expressing through me. And one of the major, major shares, which I really want to tell today, I was just waiting for this. I always wanted to support an old age home, a cause for an old age home. And the thought has been, where is the money going to come? How is it going to come? In fact, I had a talk with Smriti. I said, Smriti, with no money in the bank, how is it going to come? And she said, the divine is flowing through you, and the one which has created the sun, moon, water, it doesn't know how to create a property for you for this.
Oh my.
And last week, we had somebody who had come who showed us a 1 acre land for me. And, you know, the next day, I had a buyer for my already existing 21 cents land in Ooty. And it so happened I'm upgrading myself in precisely 3 days from 21 cents to a 1 acre land without paying a penny, without mortgaging any property of mine, with no loan.
My, oh
And
my, oh my.
believe me, with nothing in the bank account. So this is where I say, don't come in the way. Don't get into the how of it. Just believe that the divine knows how to create it, as long as it's your burning desire. So here I am. We are going ahead with this 1 acre plot, which is going to give me my vision of having 2 independent bungalows for myself and my kids. And of course, this old age home will also work so easily for me.
Wow.
And it doesn't end here, because there's so much more. My husband also had, when he retired from the Navy, today he couldn't join in, so he asked me to share this. When he retired from the Navy at the age of 54, he didn't know at that point of time what he's going to get. And just a quick call with Smriti, and when he did this meditation with her and the money symbol, he is very regular again. He attracted the job he wanted in the place he wanted, the office space. He wanted a 7th floor golf facing office space. Even that, he had it in his vision. With the pay package which he wanted, he got that. We are staying in Bangalore in a lake facing luxurious 5 BHK villa, which wouldn't have been possible thinking about our humble military background. We're 4th generation in the armed forces. The kind of house we are living in is just a proof that we just need to surrender and believe.
Amazing.
Not only that, last year around this time, there was even a cyber crime, and he lost some money in that. And a quick call with Smriti, just I think 30-second call. Within an hour, the money just started coming back into our accounts.
No, no.
Do you believe
What?
it? So thank you,
Well, I want to
Smriti.
interject here. I want to interject here. Because Aparna is on a long-term coaching program with me, she has access to me, and I support all of my participants. What happens in those calls when she reaches out? Like even when she was trying to buy a particular land, there was another one that they really loved, and it just wasn't happening. And Smriti, is not happening. And I said, no, you just stay focused on what you would love. Forget about whether it's this or something. Let it be this or something greater still, because the divine intelligence knows how. So in that moment, and even when the cybercrime happened, what do I do in that moment is remind them to shift the energy, because right now the energy is that of panic,
Right.
you know,
Insecurity.
the
Right.
stuckness and lack. No, let's move that. That's all we do. We embrace the divine process we run. We allow the energy to move. We don't make the current situation wrong. We know it is leading us in the greatest direction, and we get out of the way. And then it shows up however it has to show up.
Right.
So
It
the
is.
trick is to move, to allow that to be just as it is, and willingness to let it move on, not stay stuck with it and hang on to it
Wow.
with resistance and wrongness.
So I know what you said, that let this process be joyful. And it's indeed joyful. The way the registration, we saw the property, no stress at all. It just happened with so much of ease. So Smriti said, enjoy the journey. Don't get stressed about anything. Just enjoy the journey. And I completely agree to that. It was beautiful. Just going through that process was very beautiful. So in fact, thank you, Smriti, for teaching us to receive. We all give, but I think I learned the biggest takeaway for me was to receive and embrace the divine, and to see the divine in every being.
Fantastic.
Thank you, my darling.
Not from the space of ego, but from that space that we all are the products of the same God. So how can one be lower or greater? We are all unique.
Beautiful, Aparna. You are such a fabulous participant to have, and I love you.
Thank
I'm
you,
so
Smriti.
grateful
Thank
for
you.
Thank you, Aparna. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing. And Smriti, as a host, I'm on neutral grounds, but I'm going to say this today. Aparna, your share today is by far one of the best, to the point, exactly what the work does. This is what it is done, cut to cut to cut to cut with every incident or thing that has happened with you. One by far one of the best I've heard. So thank you for that. And thank you, Smriti, because of your work, Aparna was able to say all this to us and share this with us. So thank you.
Yeah. It's just thanks to that intelligence
Super.
that I believe guides me in every moment. So this process is not mine, really. I don't claim any authority over it. This process is gifted.
Thanks.
And the idea is to take that out into the world.